Well, good morning. How are ya? Hope you're doing great. Hope you're doing great. I know. Still hot here. It's getting better though. All right. So welcome into today's morning message for July 22nd. If you found your way here, welcome to you. Hope everything is good with you. If you like what I do here on the channel, please feel free to like, subscribe, and share. We are going to be doing a lot of cool things coming up in August and September. August, we'll be doing some basic classes of astrology, how to read your birth chart, how to know where to find career, relationships, and success, money, all that stuff in your birth chart. So if you want to sign up for that, that link is below. I believe that is happening in August. We will be doing another round of the spiritual business class in September, and this time I'm going to add some cool stuff. So you're going to get the recordings of the last two times we did it, which was really had some large impact on folks. Things I've been hearing about have caused me to scale up in some parts of that class. We'll be talking about systems and time management and other things that are going to help get you on track. I'm also going to do a section for people who don't know, separate from the spiritual business class, a separate couple of sessions about people who want to have their own business or have their own spiritual business or whatever, but they have no idea what the business is. Okay, separate that out from the spiritual business class. So it's going to be a combination of experience and astrology and business planning and your North Node and all of those things about, hey, what is the business? What is it? So those things will be coming online. You'll see them. I'll be talking more and more about them as we get into August. And you're going to need to review all the previous class material for the next round of spiritual business because it's new stuff. Okay? Okay. That's a lot. All right. Anyway, let's see where we're going here. Messages that want to come out for those watching, please. July 22nd. What messages want to come out for those watching? Past couple days, we talked a lot about shadow work, about seeing your own shadow, about doing that work, uncovering treasure. You. Uncovering your treasure. That's a really beautiful card. Grounding. Go deep, navigating by the stars, following your bliss. This is how tarot works. For those of you who haven't taken my tarot class or masters in tarot, the channeling piece of what I'm doing right now, the channeling piece of the reading is in alignment. Whatever first comes out, whatever creatively shows itself to me is what I'm saying. Okay, and then the cards are reflecting that. It's so amazing. This is why I love tarot. So, getting yourself grounded and navigating by the stars. You're grounding yourselves in your true treasure, who you truly are. This is not the created person that you built over time. Nothing wrong with that. But there is some kind of nugget. There's some kind of ruby, some kind of emerald, some kind of jewel inside of you that you may be holding back because A, it was unacceptable to other people, B, you didn't know how to use it, C, just unclear about why this is a big thing. Hey, I'm supposed to be in this kind of job and that's what I'm supposed to be doing, and then this other thing is always like calling to you. Always calling to you, like. So getting yourself grounded in how does this work in the 3D and navigating by the spiritual journey that you're on. That's what we're doing here. Woo! I like it. I like it a lot. So this is for all of those people who may think that spiritual path is completely woo-woo. It is not, I promise you. To be on the spiritual path and to have your daily practice, have it be reflected in your work, the things you do, your path of service, your path of expression, leadership, whatever. All of those things are coming through the spiritual gift that you are, the uncovering the treasure that is in here. And yes, that job that you have, the job that you have, that is like your previous life or your previous what you believe you're here to do. Maybe new things are uncovering themselves as you move through your experience here. Maybe you feel that there's always been something that you're here to do, and you don't know what it is. That's why we talk about the North Node. That is why we talk about the North Node. Okay. Oh my God. Ace of Pentacles showing itself inside, internally. You are the jewel. You are the jewel, my darling. 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 7 of Cups. The things you're saying out in the world, the things you're doing out in the world, it can be causing you confusion because you're feeling like it's separate from who you truly are. It's like, no, I'm not that. That's not really it. I'm doing that because that's what I've been trained to do, or that's what I think is the thing that I'm supposed to be doing, right? 6 of Cups, Emperor, Queen of Swords, 10 of Cups, 3 of Wands. Woo! Okay, so to really manifest your happy life, to really fully manifest this and be in it, there's more information necessary, okay? It's the split between this, what I'm saying out in the world, which I feel like it's not me. Like I have this job in IT, or I have this job in marketing or something like that, and it just doesn't feel like the spiritual path. Can I use those skills? You bet. But this is causing some confusion and some discord, okay? And you're now seeing that the things that you have created in your life, or the things you have done, the things you have learned, how they can really help you get where you want to go, which is to embrace your spiritual path, the work you're here to do, okay? Right? Mine with media and video and television and creating audience and all those things all are used. I used all of those skills in my YouTube, in my classes that I teach, and my own experience of building something for myself, and how to understand that, how to understand how money works, and how money works with spirituality, and how that, when it is embraced as abundance, when it is genuinely shared, generosity, all of these things, not in a codependent way, but in a very real way. Hey, there's enough resources for everyone. Okay? When these truths are seen, it pushes aside the old belief, dog eat dog world, every man for himself, all of those old things, gone. And the people who embrace those things are going to feel struggle, maybe for the first time. Because the truth is that, yes, we do have a 3D part of our lives. For the next couple of thousand years anyway, there's a 3D part of our lives. But navigating by the stars and navigating in your spiritual nature, embracing, you only use 1% of your brain. You're only using a small portion of what you have to offer, each and every one of us. So embracing the treasure that is within. Embracing that treasure. Right? The emerald, the ruby, the jewel within. This is the offering. This is the offering. It's in every single one of you. Okay? It's in every single one of you. So as a child, it could have been squashed by big people, by people who were threatened by your mystical, magical nature, by people who might have been threatened by your clairvoyance, clairaudience, clairsentience, by people who were threatened by the magical openness, the ability to embrace things that are not on this person's palette of ways to live, right? And now, as a grown-up, you can really look at those things and choose for yourself. Choose for yourself the direction that you want to go. I feel like there's new information that needs to be learned, okay? And part of it is understanding that you have a treasure to share with others. But the other part of this is, okay, now that I know I have, I've been clairsentient, or I'm a medium, or now that you know, this requires learning just like any other skill. It doesn't usually pop out fully baked, even if it seems right? Even if it seems viable, or it seems like something that you've been navigating your life by for a long time. You're going to have to ground this in some new things. There's new information that needs to be learned. Okay, there's new things that need to come across to you to level this skill up from a knack. She's got a real knack for that. She's got a real sense about her, right? These nebulous kinds of things. What you're doing is you're taking a gift. So just like with mathematics or with science or with art or with anything, you can have a genuine talent for it, right? This is the thing you're here to do. But there's more learning required. There's more honing of that capability. There's more opening. There's more connection necessary. It just doesn't come out of the box fully formed. Even for the spiritual teachers of the world, even for, let's take Oprah, okay? Let's look at Oprah for 1 second here. Oprah was a very young woman when she was an anchor in Baltimore. And that was her first job, I believe, in Baltimore. I believe it was Baltimore. And Baltimore, or it could have been Chicago. I can't really remember the market. But she was a young woman still living with her parents when she was doing the 11 o'clock news. And her curfew was midnight. So she had to beat it home. She's an anchor, right? And I believe it's Baltimore. Anyway, so she was failing as a news anchor. Okay, a news anchor reading someone else's words. I was a producer. I would write those words. The anchors would read it. Yes, would they modify it? I was trying to write in their voice, all of that kind of stuff. We worked together. But she was failing as a news anchor. And there was something special about her. The news director didn't really know. But I feel like the news director was like, there's something good here. I don't want to just fire her. There's something here. I can't quite put my finger on it. And so he's like, well, I'm sure there was, some not so nice parts of the story that have to do with racism and other kinds of things. Sexism, misogyny, whatever, okay? I know that there were parts of that because she was doing a job. She was breaking through some boundaries for women and for women of color. She was breaking those boundaries. And so that news director didn't just want to fire her, not just because she was special, but also because of those other things, right? A little bit cynical, just saying. But who cares? Because she had a natural something. He knew she had a natural something. He didn't really want to fire her. Put her into a talk show format that they didn't care. The station did not expect it to make any money, didn't expect it to be popular, didn't expect anything of her. And she took off because of her ability to connect to people, her ability to be human and be authentic and show her own humanity. Okay? That's one of the things I love about Oprah is that she shows her own humanity. So it took off. Okay? It got very popular very fast because she was able to use her own words. She was able to come from her own jewel, her own gift. Okay? And you know the rest of the story. She became world famous. She became highly successful. She now owns her own production. Well, she's owned her own production company for a really long time, but she owns her own network. She purchased a channel of Discovery Channel, right? They have a bunch of different channels. She purchased one, the one I worked for. And she was no longer navigating by what other people wanted her to navigate by what other people expected. The news anchor News anchors have not changed in 50 years. They still do it the same. But Oprah has evolved and evolved and evolved. How she's doing it. Everything she's doing now, the Super Soul Sundays, the YouTube stuff she does, the online stuff she does, the bringing in Gail and everything like that, and how she's doing it's 100% her own, navigating by the stars. So she took the things, boy, am I getting super chills on this one. So she took the things that she knew to be real. Television, how television works, creating audience, right? That's also my skill. Creating audience, and she navigated by her own star. So you also have the same, she was a treasure underneath. Something was there, some kind of special thing. If you're watching this, there's some kind of special thing that you're here to do, and it's grounded in what you're doing now. But you need to learn to navigate by your own stars. Yeah. And that's the thing that is going to bring you clarity. Because what you might be doing right now, you might feel like a fraud out in the world. You might feel like, this is not me. This isn't what I'm here to do. But part of it is, okay? Part of it is. 8 of Wands. You're not building these skills and talents and things for nothing. You're not. I promise you. So now it's about getting clarity about, how you got here. How did you get there? Because somebody told you? Because somebody said to you as a child, hey, you're going to want to do this in a good way or a bad way. Sometimes grown-ups get jealous of the sparkle of little people. Grown-ups are fallible, right? We all have that propensity to see someone who's younger than us, has real possibility. That ego gets poing, right? That ego gets hurt in the adult. Even the most evolved, even the most awakened, even the most, hey, listen, it's just that's a shadow saying to you, hey, there's jealousy here. There's envy. Underneath all jealousy is, I wish I could do that. That's what's underneath all jealousy. So if somebody behaves like that to you, treats you that way, underneath it is, I wish I could do what you're doing. Okay? So anytime there's haters or anything like that, you can just be like, you know what? They wish. They wish. So what's going to happen here is you can be manifesting anything you want. Okay? You're going to have to learn some new skills, and you're going to have to not completely separate yourself from your old life. All right. Wow. The big story about Oprah. Okay. So, all right. So I'm going to continue on with this reading. If you'd like to continue on with me, there's a link below, and I'll see you over there. If you're part of the Patreon, this is a morning message, so you can catch it on Patreon. Okay.